In this video, I'll be discussing how to be upfront with your creditors in order to reduce payment amounts or to remove or reduce fees. So I'll be discussing 5 different situations that you may come across. So the first situation is subscription fees. So a lot of you probably already seen the meme where it says, I don't know who needs to read this or who needs to hear this, but cancel that free subscription. So that's great advice. Definitely try to cancel the free subscription. Unfortunately, a lot of people are like myself, where we miss those deadlines and we end up getting hit with the fee. You could actually just call the creditor, let them know that you didn't realize that you missed the deadline and that you would like a refund. And most times they will refund your money. This is not a best practice, but in my experience, I was able to cancel my Amazon Prime account after 3 months of paying. Second thing is overdraft fees. So if you didn't realize you didn't have enough money in that account to cover that expense, you'll get the overdraft fee. One of the best things you could do in this situation is not have a history of overdrafting. That way, when you contact your bank, you can let them know that it was an honest mistake, and you would just like them to refund the money, and you will put more money in the account to make sure that you don't overdraft in the future. Third thing is late payment fees. So maybe you're manually paying your bills and somehow you overlook one of the bills. Now, when this happens, you could also leverage your history of paying this creditor on time and early. And most times they will refund your money. And then in the future, definitely for yourself too, it's probably good to think about auto payments, just because it reduces the amount of detail you have to worry about each time that you're paying your bills. They're automatically taken out of your account. Fourthly are phone, cable, and electricity, as well as rent bills. So these bills are recurring, and usually when the contract is over, they would like to increase your monthly payment. This actually works in your favor sometimes, because you could leverage the other competition around them that's actually has better rates, and you could leverage your loyalty, and you could reduce the payment amount from the previous year. So definitely always be open to negotiating and be willing to negotiate with your creditors, because if you have a history of paying them on time, they would like to keep you as a borrower or as a person that they could service, because you're a good borrower and a good payer. Fifthly is unpaid bills. So in some situations, you may have missed a payment or missed a few payments for a certain type of bill and have forgotten altogether that you had to pay for this service. Is best to just be upfront rather than trying to avoid your creditors, because most times they would like just payments. So they're open to negotiation, but it's in your best favor to be sympathetic to their situation. Understand that, okay, it's not their fault that you missed some payments, but that total amount, that principal amount they would like you to pay is actually out of range for you, is out of your situation. Is out of something that you can afford. So just being open and honest, sympathetic, and most times they'll try to work with you in order to reduce the payment amount, reduce the interest rate, or possibly even reduce the overall principal, just because they're willing to get some of their money back rather than nothing. So those are the 5 situations and the different tips I have for people. Just be open and willing to negotiate. And then when you're talking to the creditors or the customer service representatives, definitely be honest, be professional, be clear, be concise, and most importantly, be sympathetic.